do note the following story does contain graphic details that may be upsetting to some viewers. A 21-year-old man will make his first appearance in the Johannesburg Magistrate's Court this morning. This follows the discovery of 6 decomposing bodies inside a panel-beating shop in the Joburg CBD.
Yeah, now Everson Luhanga is the editor-at-large at a media publication called Scrolla.Africa. He spoke to some of the sex workers who say most of those who had been seen with the accused did not return. In fact, sex workers have been subjected to torture, humiliation and pain for years, and the lacklustre manner in which government is addressing their issues is certainly not making life any easier. Luhanga joins us now via our video link for more on what he's been able to find. Everson, thank you so much indeed for making time to speak to us, and welcome to the program. Really troubling story this, and that's putting it mildly. Let's begin with what you found when you went on your own fact-finding mission, because my understanding is that you've been able to speak to some of the women who interacted with this 21-year-old and who are grateful that they're alive.
Good morning, Ayanda, and the team. Well, it was a very, very big issue. A very big scene when I arrived at the scene on Sunday night. After getting a call from some of the community members in the area of Johannesburg CBD, talking about the bodies that were found. And when I arrived at the scene, actually, Ayanda and the team, it was shocking to see that women were there protesting about trying to find out from the authorities. I found the JMPD as well as members of the South African Police Service. And they were trying to protest to say, let's see, because some of our colleagues have been missing. And you have discovered the bodies of 6 workers, 6 women in this building. It'd be one of our colleagues. So it was that kind of outcry from these women that I met on that night where police officers recovered these bodies.
Yeah. The officers have described what they found as an advanced stage of decomposition. That's how they've described the state that these bodies were in. In your discussions with these women, have any of them been able to tell you how long they think some of those bodies may have been lying there?
Well, and after speaking to some of the women on the night, I made arrangements to speak to them the following day, which was yesterday, Monday, and I followed up a story of a woman who arrived in Johannesburg to pursue what we call greener pasture in the City of Gold. And she said after arriving in the City of God, things didn't turn up right for her. She stayed for quite a long time without getting a job, and then life was tough, and she had to pay rent, she had to leave, and there was no income coming from anywhere, and then that's where she started. She had to join the streets. And, the heartbreaking part of the story is that along the way, she has been abused several times. She claims that the same person, the same 21-year-old man who was arrested by the authorities on Sunday, also abused her. He apparently allegedly raped her and stole her money as well as other belongings for this woman. The story was got me dropping tears, in fact, when I was interviewing the woman. And many women came around to say that, no, of course, yes, we know the person. The suspect is well known in the inner city of Johannesburg, Ayanda.
And it's really difficult because what this moment also does is shine a spotlight on many other issues that have been discussed in the public platform around how sex work is seen in this country and efforts to try to decriminalize this kind of work. The woman that you spoke to also mentioned how police have responded to them insofar as this is concerned. What did they say?
Well, most of the women are saying that they're being abused, not only by their clients, also by other, authorities, law enforcement authorities like the police. And if they go to the police to open a case, for example, they got a special a clinic at SLN Street, a clinic at the Hebrew, next to the Hebrew clinic, where they take their complaints and they register their cases, and officials at the clinic are the one who take the cases to the police for investigations. Most of these women say that, well, even if we take our issues, our cases to these authorities, the clinic and the police, they don't take us serious. They'll be like, no, you women of the street, just leave the premises. These were the claims from them. And they're saying that it's a profession that has been there for decades. Why can't the government look into it as well and maybe just make it official, make it decriminalize sex workers? These were the words that plea from most of these women. We must also make it clear, Ayanda, that sex work is not only practiced by women. There are also men who do the same thing. But all in all they want is to have this profession, they call it, to be something that is known and could be done without fear of being arrested or anything like that.
Yeah, because, I mean, keeping this in the shadows opens up many of those people who are in this industry to so many dangers, including, sadly, those 6 women who may very well have been saved if they felt comfortable that they could speak to authorities about ways through which they're being targeted. Everson, thank you so much for your time and the work that you do. Really do appreciate your sharing what